Hi, peace be upon you, folks. Um, I want to make a short video on a comment I posted on Pastor Paul Begley's channel. The last video I made was also about a comment I made on the Jonathan Clegg channel. The comment that he deleted and then he blocked me from his account. So, Pastor Paul Begley, I mean, if you know about him, he does a lot of propaganda for Trump, at least. I mean, he has a lot of important things he says, and even though I may not agree with someone on a fundamental level or ideological level, there's still there are still many channels I follow that I feel like every now and then they have something to say that is beneficial. I mean, Pastor Paul Begley didn't block me or anything like that, but it seems he has deleted my comments from his channel. I'll later show you the comment I made. It appears that sometimes these channels don't want anything that will question their propaganda. They don't want anything posted that will challenge the views they're trying to impart on their followers, right? So they just want people consuming the propaganda they're spewing and not questioning anything about it. Like I said, he has a lot of nice things he says. I subscribe to his channel, as I subscribe to many other channels that I don't necessarily agree with on a fundamental level. So every Thursday night he has usually on Thursday nights, but because there was the Christmas holiday period, I think they did it on a Friday night instead. But he usually invites this insider. He says that they call Mike from around the world. I don't think that's not his real name, but I mean, you get the point. So yeah, usually they talk a lot about world events, Bible prophecies, coming apocalyptic events, and all that. Which some of them, a lot of them are very like thought-provoking, interesting, enlightening, and all that. So I'm not taking anything away from him in that respect. All right, but anyway, let me go straight to the comments, and then maybe I'll talk a little bit about it and why I posted that comment. So here's the comment. I said and yeah, I took a picture of it because I don't know. Nowadays, I suspect most of them will take down my comments because, like I said, they don't want their followers seeing anything that will challenge their views, right? I mean, respond if you can defend your stance. Respond and tell me this is this, all right? Anyway, I said it's interesting how you guys judge righteousness. It's not about the action, but about who does it. If it's Trump or Israel, then it's justified. And yes, humans are capable of most of the most heinous acts, but can still be forgiven. As I'm sure you are suspecting, like what is going on, what is going to happen with Trump from with the Epstein files. It's okay to ask forgiveness for Trump, but apply the same standard everywhere. Instead of just pushing people to believe that just because it's Trump, others might be lying. The way Trump has bought your unconditional support is similar to how the Antichrist will deceive many. Many people think identifying the Antichrist is as easy as reading a few books. He won't be the he won't be the master deceiver if it were that easy, right? So basically, I'm just trying to point out that they're not truthful in how they judge righteousness, right? They always make excuses for Trump and his policies, and if it's Israel, oh, it's justified, right? But the same action done by somebody else, then oh no, it's a bad act and this that. So how do you judge righteousness if you are a truthful people? And sometimes people see the way Trump behaves and they make excuses for him because they believe he's some kind of savior, some kind of messiah, right? And you're thinking like, what would make you know if he's even the Antichrist or one of the Antichrists? Because there would be many Antichrists, right? But people think it's easy as just reading the Bible, knowing some prophecies, and all of a sudden, when the Antichrist comes, it's easy to identify him. No, it's not going to be that easy. So start looking at judging people by their works and not by their actions. So anyway, I'll continue with the rest of the comment. I said, if it were Biden or Obama pressing warp speed or Genesis mission, or any of these other things Trump has been pushing, I suspect your narratives would have been very different. You claim there's a Christian genocide in Nigeria, yet something far worse is done by Israel, but you justify it. It's not okay to attack a sovereign country or dictate their governance, except if it's Israel or Trump. There's some typo here, but it's okay. You have shown that within your hearts, you don't judge truthfully or consistently. If you believe you'll one day return to your Lord, then you should fear when he'll have to question you for that which you promote. So if you go back to this video, you can see some of what I'm saying, and if you check some of his the videos on his channel, you'll get the point I'm making. So anyway, I don't need to spend a lot of time on explaining what I mean, but if you're familiar with his channel, you get what I mean, or you can just go to his channel and see. Like I say, he has a lot of good things he says sometimes. So even this last attack that was done by Donald Trump, right? As you can see, like here, from the news channel and all that, it's not even the right place that was attacked. So you have to ask yourself, then what's the goal? I mean, there's a lot I can say about it. The area that was attacked is a lot closer to Burkina Faso, Mali, and these other people that kicked away France, right? And it seems they bringing Russia into the region, right? Anyway, I'll play this video that explains a lot better some of what's been happening in the region and in Nigeria.
We have just bombed Nigeria. So let's learn about Nigeria. This is a map of Nigeria. Nigeria is around 55% Muslim and 45% Christian. Muslims in the north, Christians in the south, and Nigeria does have a terrorism problem. You guessed it, it's in the north. And most of the problem is from this area here called Borno. Okay, this is where you have those groups that you may have heard of, like Boko Haram and ISIS. They have their own little branch in here too. And they're terrorizing everyone up there. Most of their victims are Muslim because it just happened to have more Muslims up there. Christians are also being killed as well because of their religious views. Everyone is being persecuted because, as we know, ISIS doesn't like any Muslim or Christian or anyone who doesn't share their beliefs. However, most of the Christians are not being killed up here. They are being killed more in this middle area here, which is called the Middle Belt region. Okay? And the Muslims there are herders. They have cattle. They belong to the bigger tribe there called as the Fulani tribe. And then there's multiple smaller tribes which are Christian, and they have farmland there. So what's been happening is land has been drying up, lack of water. So the Muslims are encroaching on the Christian lands there, and they're trying to feed their cattle. So obviously there's resentment, there's war, and they kill each other. If there's a demographic dispute, it falls mostly along tribal lines, not religion. We have literally seen this in the Rwandan genocide in the 90s, where the Hutus killed 1 million Tutsis in 90 days. And both Hutu and Tutsis were Christian. So it's not a Christian issue or a Muslim issue. It's typically either tribal or resources. That's what this is about now, because I know that's a little hard for some of y'all to understand, because some of y'all just basically live like this. When the government tells you one thing, it's like, we're going to make this about religion. You just kind of try to fit it in. But, just a 5-second look online or basic research will tell you that it's a bit more complicated. So we got Boko Haram and ISIS in the north, and we have the middle region here where most of the Christians are being killed. We have just decided to bomb this area. Yes, we have decided to bomb the area that doesn't have most of the terrorists, and it also does not have the area where most of the Christians are being killed. You have gangsters, some loose affiliate of ISIS, and this area is called the Sokoto region. And they are killing, again, it's a majority Muslim area, lots of Muslims, and yes, some Christians are being killed too. You would think if we were going to do something, it would be down in this area if the plan really is save Christians. In fact, to demonstrate how it's not a religious conflict, the man in charge of fighting the terrorists here recently, his name was General Muhammad Abu Bakr. Okay? Muhammad is a Muslim name. Okay? Now, I'm not being condescending, because like literally some of y'all thought Ahmed al-Ahmad was a Christian name because the guy saved people from getting shot in Australia, Jewish people. So, I'm not trying to be a dick. I know what I'm working with here. Okay? Now, this guy, General Muhammad, has recently retired because of, health reasons. So the president of Nigeria, who's also a Muslim, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, again, Ahmed's a Muslim name, has decided to appoint a new general to fight ISIS and Boko Haram. This new general's name is Christopher Musa, okay? Christopher is a Christian name because the word, all right, I think you get it now, right? Like, it's not a religious conflict, okay? They've been dealing with this for 15 years now. A little bit of research will show you that. But I suspect the reason we're doing this is that the Trump administration is trying to get some sort of easy political victory, put out some talking points about, like, fighting Islam and all this stuff, defending Christians. Because most of y'all are not even going to do this, right? You're not going to check to see the names of the people involved, the numbers, just bombing a completely different area on the map has nothing to do with what's going on to the Christians here. But hey, I bet you it's going to work.